education institutions have opened, and again, from 10th it is going to be closed. So this is again a warning about the corona. So so how to make just like we are focused on the first wave, and second time it is coming. So it is again there is a fear that it will be spread more speedily. So what are the just like we are coming across the situations. So any more advices regarding Omicron virus. So actually, the basic difference between the Omicron and the previous one. Can you just highlight this, or it is the same type of the virus is coming?
Yeah. So I'll answer your question. First thing is we should again all be very careful as far as the situation is concerned. Definitely there will be an increase in number of cases, and the hospitalization number also will increase during this winter. And though it will not be as severe as the last year 2021, definitely the effect of coronavirus will be seen in this year also. Luckily, many of us got vaccinated, and many of us are already taking precautions that will help us to some extent, but that doesn't guarantee our health. So it is always an inevitable fact that our health is always in our own hands. So it is for us to take care of our own health, our own immune system, guard ourselves and our family from viral infections. It's very important for us to stay alert and keep always maintaining a healthy lifestyle so that we will be always safe. And you have already asked me the difference between the Omicron and the Delta variant. So see, this virus, when we start attacking the virus in return, when our body starts attacking the virus, when our immune system becomes strong, it tends to mutate itself so that its defense mechanism changes, and our body will take some time to adapt to the new mutation. So whenever there is a new kind of mutation, and the virus changes its form, the way it attacks the body, the way it replicates, so this new mutation will be given another name. So previously last year it was Delta, now this year it is Omicron. So symptoms wise it will not be very different, but research says that Omicron variant is fast spreading but not very dangerous, because it will not spread fast in the lungs. Spreading in the lungs is not so evident in this particular mutant. So whatever it is, whatever the variant is, and whether it is a Delta or Omicron, we have to be very careful, and COVID regulations have to be followed. But it is very important for us to stay healthy, eat healthy, think healthy, maintain the lifestyle in a healthy way. And that is the best solution to all kinds of infections, best prevention, best kind of protection from all kinds of infections, whether there is a viral infection or bacterial infection or any other infection. If our body's immunity is strong enough, the virus will not be able to cause any harm. So it is very important for us to stay healthy, and maybe few simple changes in our daily lifestyle will help us beat this corona. So originally bats were the carriers of this coronavirus, and some people in China ate bats, and like that, from the bats the virus entered the human being. But we can learn some lessons from bats also. Bats are actually mammals. They are not birds. Bats are mammals, just like us. Bats are the only mammals who can fly. And if you look at the body of bats, the coronavirus, which is there, which enters the body of the bat, will not be able to cause any kind of harm to the bats. Bats are not getting affected. Bats are not dying because of coronavirus inside their body. Why? Because bats burn a lot of energy. They do a lot of exertion. They fly, and this flying keeps them always spending a lot of energy, and always the metabolism rate is very high. And in such environment, this virus is unable to replicate, unable to mutate. So they stay in a very dormant state in the body of bats. But when they enter the body of human being who is not so active, not so strong, not so disciplined human being, the body of human being is very congenial for the virus to spread fast. The lymph glands which store these these white blood cells, which are the main protectors of our own body. The lymph glands produce these white blood cells, and these white blood cells, to reach the target organ where the virus is replicating, this lymph should flow. And lymph circulation, unlike our blood circulation, is not propelled by a heart. If you are physically active, if you are moving your body, then the lymph circulation increases, and the white blood cells, which are our own defense mechanism, they will reach the part and they will attack the virus and they will keep us safe. But if you are not physically active, even if you have right antibodies inside the body, they will not. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Someone has a question. Basavaraj Madigonda raised a hand.
Yes, and Mike has
Food, exercise, and taking a better care of your heart. But healthy mind should also be one of the major factor in a human
Yes.
living. So
Yes.
healthy mind and a healthy body will build a strong nation. That's what I also believe what you say. Yeah. Being a faculty dean, I usually worried about the how to manage the pressure situations, especially managing a human being itself is a very difficult thing. But under such pandemic situation, the condition still, better it is transformed into a, it may not be transformed, but may in future becoming a worse situation. So let us not hope for that, but how to address this peer pressure management? That's what my questions are. Thank you very much.
So your question has two parts. Like, one is about managing our mind with respect to our own thoughts and other things, and also with respect to the peer pressure and all. And of course, how to manage the whole pandemic situation as far as our this thing is concerned, particularly in educational institutions. So when you look at this whole pandemic thing, human beings are not accustomed to such kind of suddenly becoming all locking down everything and staying indoors and doing everything online. This is not what we were used to.
Yes.
In the recent memory, we never did that, right? So it's obviously a new thing for every one of us, but luckily humanity has survived this grave situation in spite of a lot of human loss and loss in economy, loss in so many things. But still, people with strong strong set of mind and strong motivation, they will definitely help themselves and help others also. And one thing which we need to keep in mind is that even this will pass. This phase also will pass. When we are at the peak of any particular difficult situation, we feel that this is the end of everything and we will not be able to recover at any point of time, or at least near in the near point of time. But everything will have an up and down. Kalidasa in his Grantha Mega Sandesha says, Nichair Gachet Chuprajadasa Chakranemi Kramena. So everyone's life will have ups and downs, just like a wheel of the bullock cart. So it will go up and down like this. One who is having more awareness, who is more self-aware about the situation, about his strengths, about his weaknesses, about what's happening around him, will understand the situation properly, assess the situation properly, and he will take all the necessary care to come out of these lows and climb back to the higher position of his mental state and physical health. And once he reaches there also he knows that this is not permanent. Tomorrow again I might fall back to the grave situation. So he takes every care to stay on the top without falling, and spends maximum time at the top of his mental state, top of his health. But a person who is not aware of what's happening, when he is in a low situation, he feels that he is the most unlucky fellow in the whole world without any kind of help from any side, and he thinks that situation is permanent, and he will not put any kind of effort to come out of that negative situation, come out of the pitfall, and he spends maximum time there. Even if by chance he goes back to a better state, there also he thinks that that state is a permanent state, and he will not take any precaution not to fall back into the pits. So he stays very less time in the top of his game, and he falls back. So it's the most important key is being aware of what's happening inside your body, being aware of what's happening inside your mind. And once you are completely in control, you are aware of what's happening, you know that this will pass, this phase will pass, and you will be able to come out of it. If you are aware of it, and if you are positive and you know what to do to come out of it, you will help yourself, and you will also help your colleagues, your students, your friends, your family, everyone to come out of this state. And there is no quick fix for this particular problem. It's a long process. You need to climb step by step. For example, we all know that being physically active is the key to keeping ourselves fit and healthy and strong, with strong immunity. But many people take, like most of us, this is New Year, and 31st December or 1st January, all of us have written all the New Year resolutions. I will go to the gym, or I will do yoga, I will do this, that, I will eat healthy. But within few days, these resolutions will fade away, because we keep ourselves in bigger these things, bigger expectations. We want to change overnight, which will not happen. We need to start with small habits, small steps. Just like as small as 1 minute of exercise every day, immediately after getting up. 1 minute of exercise. Wherever you are, even if you are traveling in a train also, 1 minute of physical activity. Start with 1 minute. So if you have more time, if you have more energy, if you have more motivation, you do more. At least do 1 minute. Even if you don't have any kind of strength or motivation, even if you are sick, do some activity for 1 minute every day. 1 minute of breathing, proper breathing, awareness about our own breath, observing our breath, doing a deep breath, inhaling properly, doing a diaphragmatic breathing only for 1 minute, just observing and having a proper breath, observing our water intake. So every day just keep some vessel or some bottle which you seem appropriate for you for 2 liters or 3 liters, whatever it is. Proper hydration is very important for us nowadays because of not being aware of whether the body is asking for more water or body is preventing you from drinking more water. If you are drinking too much, if you are aware of your body will tell you, see, this much of water is needed. So being more aware of what's happening inside the body and taking the right decision as far as health is concerned, ensuring proper cleansing, detoxification of the body happens maximum through sweating. If you do some kind of activity which produces sweating every day, every single day, that will ensure that all the organs will be cleansed of all the toxins which get accumulated over a period of time. So every day doing some kind of activity which will cause perspiration, which will cause some kind of sweating, that is very important. So at least some few minutes every day we just do something, some activity. And every day organizing our home, clearing the clutter in our mind, clearing the clutter on your desktop, on your computer, clearing the clutter in your table, in your almirah, on your kitchen. So clearing the clutter also clears all the things which are causing so many troubles in your mind and your body. So doing simple things, for example, if you are online and you are sitting before the computer for a longer duration, every 45 minutes just stand and stretch your body, stretch your muscles, do some simple movement for 1 minute, one single minute for every 45 minutes. Just stretch your body and sit back and be active. So these are some things which every one of us can do, and and at least spend some time in sunlight. Sunlight is the best medicine to boost our immunity. So spending some time, whether doing gardening or some kind of cleaning or whatever it is, playing with kids or doing some exercise or walking or jogging or cycling or anything under sun, let the sunlight touch your skin. So that will increase our immunity. And taking care of our posture. So most of the time, when you're sitting before a computer, you tend to bend forward, and your posture will get disrupted, and because of that, lot of negative changes will happen inside our body. Being aware of our posture, being aware of our breathing, being aware of our body's signals it is continuously sending us, all these things will help us take right decision about correcting our lifestyle. This is something which we all can do. And as far as the mind is concerned, so like we have this holistic human health course, we also have universal human values course, which tells us the right way to live, right way to manage ourselves, right way to strengthen our relationships, right way to plan our career, right way to be in harmony at all the 4 levels: at individual level, family level, society level, and the level of nature and existence. So if we have answers to all the questions, then we will, and if we are implementing those solutions, then we will always be happy. If we don't have answers to our questions, and if we don't know how to implement these solutions, then only we will get frustrated, then only the pressure builds up, then only we get stressed out. So it's very important to know all the answers. And I'm sure everyone who have participated in this universal human values workshops, they'll get answers for each and every question in their life, and they know what to do to stay in harmony at all the 4 levels. And once they implement it, obviously mind will always be in a state of awareness and in a state of continuous happiness. Dr. Devi madam has raised her hand.
Okay, so thank you very much for the wonderful tips. Most of the questions were answered, but only thing is that most of the students are in their adolescence age.
Yes.
Yeah, addressing that is it is not so easy. But as you said, we have to create an awareness.
Yes.
So it is not a one-day process; it's a continuous process.
Yes.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much.
And it is very important for us to speak with adolescents and take them into the conversation, make them understand the hard realities of life, and show them that there is definitely a way which will solve their problems, though not so simple and not so shortcut process, but definitely there is a long-term solution for all the problems they face or they might face in the future. So it is very important for us, for them to understand universal human values and put them into practice in their daily life.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Welcome.
Yeah. Mic has been presented to Dr. Devi too.
Okay.
She can unmute herself and speak. Ranganath ji too had raised his hand in
Yes.
between.
Yes, madam. Can I speak to Doctor, madam?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good, good. Thank you, madam. Hello, doctor. How are you?
I'm fine, sir. How are you?
I'm good. I am very healthy and good. First, I would like to greet you. I wish you very, very happy and prosperous New Year.
Same to you, sir. Same to you, and happy new year to all the participants also.
Thank you, sir. And then I would like to share my experience and feelings. I have been following strictly the protocol of COVID-19 pandemic. And I am asking my students and my colleagues all to follow the same, in spite of so many problems they are doing, but still I have to make all other people to follow. And as you advised us, I advise them take plenty of water and not to sit for a long time and have a walk between it. Then I am doing exercise also, 15 minutes morning and evening. So I am very hale and healthy, trying to be stay fit in the future, making my colleagues also, my fellow human being also very happy. Thank you, doctor. Thank you very much. Okay.
Great, very great.
Yes,
thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Kumarji has again raised his hand. I don't know by mistake or he wants to say something.
Hello. Hello. Namaste, sir. Namaste. Just a question. A very nice discussion is going on. Sir, Sundarji, sir, a question is there. The day before yesterday, the daughter of my younger brother, he took vaccine in the college, and yesterday at when she attended the college, and while coming from the college at 3 p.m. She comes with fever, and from 3 p.m. onwards there is continuous fever because the vaccination was there. So I consulted with the doctor. The only paracetamol is to be given, not any medicine. But just one paracetamol again after 3 p.m. was 650 paracetamol is taken given, and at 9 p.m. another paracetamol is given, and again at 2 p.m. 2 a.m. actually again another paracetamol, but continuously 103, 104 temperature is there. So at night at 2 o'clock I thought to I drive her to the hospital, and so in this but again they give a paracetamol injection only, and so that was a concern when the temperature is again in spite of all this temperature is continuously above the normal, like 104 plus is a high risk temperature. So how to handle, say for example, there is no so immediately some facilities there. So with Ayurveda, what are what are the solutions can be done immediately to of course sponging, we are doing sponging continuously, and we are concerned to attend her, and last we thought to take to the hospital. So is there any suggestions, sir, to control this type of fever?
Yeah, see, basically whenever there is a vaccine given, so vaccine also produces similar kind of very minute changes inside the body which mimic the infection of virus, and body tends to fight with that particular infection. And this fever indicates there is a fight going on between the virus and the body. So that is the indication. Fever itself is not a disease. Fever is telling us that there is a fight going on inside the body. And normally after vaccination, the fever will be very mild, that too for one day, and it will come down. But rarely, in some conditions, it becomes a bit severe, and in such cases, normally paracetamol will help. If not, we might need additional health care. But as far as Ayurveda is concerned, we have handled COVID cases without even paracetamol, without any antibiotics, without any steroids. So we have given simple Ayurveda medicines, and people who don't have access to the medicines, immediately they were advised to take some simple things like giloy, which if it is available everywhere, and then dhania, jeera, and long, elaichi, and tulsi, and turmeric. Make a decoction of all these things and drink frequently. And particularly we need to be careful when you are adding, we also recommend adding pepper and ginger and all those things, but they produce a lot of heat inside the body because of the spicy nature. So we strongly recommend less usage of spices like pepper and ginger. But other things like jeera, dhania, and all those things, we can use it in considerable quantity. And these things also will help in bringing down the temperature. But we have some really good simple Ayurveda medicines which are very safe and can be used by everyone. Whenever you have fever, without any prescription also, you can use this medicine nowadays during this pandemic situation. The medicine's name is written here. I'm writing it. So all of you can keep this at home, and it's available all over India. All over India, it is available. It is very, very effective. The medicine's name is called Fifatrol. Fifatrol is an Ayurveda medicine, and it is having antiviral properties. It brings down the fever, it brings down the infection, and without prescription also you can use it safely. Even for small kids, 1 tablet we can give twice a day. If kids are infants, you can give half tablet, or even small kids below 1 year, even you can give 1/4 tablet. But it's very safe to administer for any age group. It contains a combination of medicines called Mrityunjaya, Sanjeevani Vati, Tribhuvan Kirtiras, Sudarshan Ghanavati, Giloy, Ashwagandha, and other important medicines are there. It's a combination of all these medicines, and this will help in bringing down the fever regularly. In last 2 years, when the COVID cases were very severe, this was our go-to medicine. This medicine which we used like anything for all the patients. Fifatrol is a wonderful medicine. There is another medicine specifically working like paracetamol. It is called Mrityunjaya. So Mrityunjaya acts like paracetamol. It brings down the temperature, but it acts in a much safer way than paracetamol. So you will not have any side effects of, even if you use them in excess. Mrityunjaya is 1 tablet which brings down the temperature very fast. So other things like cold sponging and all those things will help, but keeping these tablets at home always is safe. They're very, very safe, and you don't need any additional antibiotics if you are taking Fifatrol. So any mild cases of COVID, after the COVID is positive also, Fifatrol is working miracles. So this is one recommendation. Of course, if you feel that the patient is having additional complaints like severe cough and cold and breathlessness and other things, it's very important for you to consult an Ayurveda doctor who can definitely help you take some right prescription, and without any steroids, without any antibiotics, you will be able to bring down the symptoms of COVID. Okay. And at any particular point of time, if you want my help, I'm just giving you my email ID, so you can
Yes, sir. Of course, I have noted your email ID, sir.
Yes.
A nice guidance, sir. Thank you. Namaste, sir.
Namaste.
Bhaiya, would we like to continue with queries, or would you like to start your presentation? There is one more hand raised.
Let us take one more question.
Okay, okay. भैया जी, Namrata ji, your hand is raised. You are having the mic. You can unmute it and put your query.
Good evening, sir. This is Dr. Namrata from Jabalpur.
Good evening.
And I have been listening to your holistic human health tips and guidelines. They are very good and they are really very, applicable to our students also. But I would like to, I have one suggestion. Like normally this is around 7:30 in the evening. So can't it be during the working hours also? So, we can, it's in normally evening hours, we are a little occupied with our family and not able to pay much attention all the time. So if it is during office hours in the morning or afternoon, such sessions, we can make it in a diary and, we can really help people and help ourselves also. So this is just a suggestion because it's a very, very relevant and in topic which this younger generation needs it anyhow.
Yes.
So that's my suggestion. Thank you so much for wonderful initiative by AICTE.
Thank you. Thank you. We will take this feedback and I'll ask the people, I'll let them know if there can be any change. It will be easy for me also if it is during the office hours. Because it is my
especially
practice.
for women, it gets difficult. And, teachers mainly are women folk. So, it gets a little difficult in these evening hours. With such efforts you all are putting, it should benefit more and more people.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
So, Bhaiya, now we are going to start with your presentation.
Yeah. Vinod Gupta ji is one more hand is raised.
Yes. Would you like to take query or would you like to start with your?
Yeah, we'll take the last question, Vinod Gupta ji.
डॉक्टर साहब नमस्ते।
नमस्ते विनोद गुप्ता जी।
ये जो आप फीवर के लिए बता रहे हैं ना,
हाँ,
आयुर्वेदिक मृत्युंजय रस के अलावा आपने इससे पहले जो टेबलेट का नाम बताया था, जरा उसको रिपीट कर दीजिए या इस पर लिख दीजिए।
लिख दिया मैंने, फिफरट्रॉल है, फिर से लिखूंगा।
नहीं, क्या सिफरथॉल?
फिफरट्रॉल मैं लिख रहा हूँ।
ओके,
फिफरट्रॉल
ठीक,
चार्ट में लिख दिया मैं।
ठीक,
ये इट्स वेरी सेफ टू कीप एट होम एंड व्हेनेवर एनीवन इज हैविंग।
धन्यवाद भैया।
Okay, let's start today's session.
Yes, it's already.
Okay, so like today's topic, anyway, every topic is relevant in the present this thing. So it's very important for us to maintain balance, right diet, right exercise, diet, lifestyle, daily routine and seasonal routine. All these things will help us in keeping ourselves healthy. So if you look into the application part of holistic human health, there are two parts. One is keeping the body and mind in harmony, and the second part is returning back to harmony. So in the keeping body and mind in harmony part, there is nurturing part and protecting part. Nurturing our body includes intake, routine, labor, exercise, asana, pranayam, meditation. Intake again is of 4 different parts: food, water, air, and sunlight. So we need to have good food which is nutritious, which contains all the nutrients. Then it should also be digestible. If the food is nutritious but your body is unable to digest it, it becomes poison. So food should be easily digestible, and after digestion of the food, whatever remaining waste is there, it should come out of the body easily. So food should also contain enough fiber and other things which will make the excretion easy. So food should be excretable, and food should be compatible with our own body's constitution. A glass of orange juice can be refreshing and energizing to me. The same glass of orange juice can be causing acidity, heartburn to another person. There is no harm in there is no problem with the orange juice. Problem is with only the what we call the compatibility. This particular orange juice is not compatible with my own body. Then the problem happens. So I need to understand which food is suitable to my own body constitution. And when we mix 2-3 different kinds of food items, if they are not compatible with each other, they can cause problems. Even though they are individually good and healthy food, they can become incompatible with each other, and consumption of incompatible foods together can cause so many, a wide range of health problems. So it's very important for us to choose the right food. So that is the quality of food. Then we need to take right quantity of food. If you don't understand how much to eat, and when to eat, how much quantity to eat in the afternoon, and what is the right quantity of food to eat in the night time, the breakfast time, it's very important for us to understand this quantity part. And different food items are like some food items are heavy in nature, some food items are light in nature. According to their own nature also, we need to decide the quantity of food. And this comes with right understanding and right knowledge and right awareness. We need to choose the food right way. And then preparing the food is also very important. If you don't prepare the food properly, even the best nutritious food also becomes poison if you prepare it in a wrong way. So it's very important for us to choose the right way of preparation, right utensils to prepare, and right time to prepare, and right time to consume. Consumption of food is another important thing, where all the efforts will go in vain if you are not eating the food properly. So we need to understand all these things as far as health is concerned. Once we have the right quality of food, right quantity of food prepared in a right way and consumed in a right way, similarly water, air and sunlight, then the body will get proper nourishment, and then only we will be able to maintain our strength and immunity. So let us talk about food intake. Body needs, as I've told you, all kinds of nutrients. You need calcium, vitamin D and other minerals to keep your bones strong, proteins to keep your muscles agile and flexible, carbohydrates to produce energy to perform different functions, fiber to cleanse your body and easily eliminate unwanted waste from the body, and many other micronutrients, electrolytes, and iron, zinc and so many other nutrients to perform a plethora of functions. So it's very important to choose a complete diet. It's not just one particular food item. One particular food item will always cause some kind of problem, where we should have a variety of food items to choose from, and we need to balance them. We need to find out all those grains and pulses which are local, which are being produced in our own vicinity, in our area, not imported from other countries. So those food items which are being produced in our own place contain nutrients which are very important and necessary for our own body. People living in this particular area need certain kinds of nutrients which are available in plants growing in our own area. So different legumes, different pulses, fresh fruits and vegetables, all these things are very important. Legumes and pulses have enough proteins to give you enough strength, but you need to make them more digestible by adding some very small quantities of spices. Spices, they are not just for aroma and flavor. When you add spices, you are helping the body, you are revving up the body's digestive system, and body will be able to easily digest and easily assimilate all the micronutrients from the food with the help of spices. But if you use these spices in a wrong way, in a higher quantity, which is not necessary, just to overstimulate your taste buds, you are using more and more spices. The same spices which can act as medicine, which can strengthen your digestive system, can damage your digestive system, damage your mental health, and wreak havoc inside your body. So the same spices can become a disaster if you use it in the wrong quantity, and can become a blessing if you use them in the right quantity. And also using fresh fruits and fresh vegetables will give you all the necessary nutrients and also enough fiber to cleanse your intestines and remove the toxins from the body. It's very important for us to choose legumes, pulses, fruits, vegetables, spices which are growing in our area nearby. Of course, milk is something which we all need, and there is this tradition of consuming milk and milk products from many thousands of years in India. But nowadays, people are afraid of consuming milk because the milk which is being produced right now is being produced in a very wrong way, giving injections and some kind of artificial chemicals to produce more milk, and breeds which are not local, which are cross breeds, which don't contain milk with healthy ingredients. So these kinds of milk, this milk which is not being produced in a right way is causing health disorders. So people are afraid of milk, and people are saying that ban the milk, don't drink the milk at all, milk is poison. Many people are saying like this. No, it is not true. Milk is Ayurveda, we regard milk and milk products as amrita. So the ghee, cow's ghee, is considered as medicine. We use it as a medicine. We use it in conditions like cancer also. You use milk and milk products and cow products to cure cancer. There are some wonderful institutions where people from all over the world come and get treated with these Panchagavya products from the cow, and they're getting treated with their cancer, final stages of cancer also. So if judicially, if you know the source of the milk, whether it is a cow or a buffalo, if it is Indian cow and Indian buffalo without any breeding, cross breeding, and it is available nearby, and you know the source, and if it is healthy, so it is, you can blindly consume that milk in higher quantities, and you will not have any kind of cholesterol accumulation or fat or something like that. So of course, when you eat rich food, rich with milk and milk products, you need to do some physical activity which will help you utilize all the nutrients hidden in the milk properly. In fact, we do a special therapy called Kshirapana therapy for people with severe degenerative diseases like avascular necrosis or kidney failure or even cancer conditions. We give only milk as food for 48 days continuously, breakfast, lunch and dinner, snacks, everything is only milk. And we give medicines. They say that the medicines you take while consuming only milk will act better, and this milk itself will act like a medicine, and each and every cell gets revitalized, re-energized and regenerated, and new cells get produced. So this is what happens when you consume the milk in the right way. So every one of us can consume milk, ghee, butter, and buttermilk, curd and other things. So a caution with curd is like, curd is a bit heavy, so churning it well and making it into buttermilk helps us better utilize the good qualities of curd. So choosing the right thing and knowing the source of milk is very important for us. And as far as the non-vegetarian food is concerned, it is very important for us to understand the digestive capacity of human beings nowadays is declining, and intestines of human beings are much longer than the carnivorous animals, where the intestines are much shorter and the food travels very fast, and whatever undigested material remains in the gut will be excreted very fast, so that there will be no production of harmful toxic gases and toxins. Whereas in human being, the intestines are very long, and the non-vegetarian food travels very slowly compared to vegetarian food, compared to fruits, compared to vegetables. Non-vegetarian food travels very slowly, and while it reaches the anus, it decomposes, lots of gases get produced, lots of toxins get produced inside the stomach, inside the intestines. And it is important for us to avoid non-vegetarian as much as possible. If at all you want to eat it in very less quantity, that too cooked well, very lightly, rendered light, easy to digest. Such kind of non-vegetarian food can help you sometimes, but it is my opinion is to avoid if it is possible, so that we say that we are what we eat. So if you are eating healthy food which is sattvic in nature, you will be active and strong. And in the Hatha Yoga Pradipika, people who practice yoga at a higher level, who want to go to the higher levels of Ashtanga Yoga, Hatha Yoga, they recommend only milk diet. And if milk diet is not available, then khichdi, moong dal and rice and with proper ghee and some vegetables. Khichdi is something which all the yogis, in the Shastra, the yogis are supposed to eat khichdi, pongal, they say pulagam or pongal or khichdi. So that is something which where all the nutrients are present. You have dal, you have rice, you have ghee, you have vegetables, and it's well cooked and easy to digest, and very little quantity of salt and very little quantity of spices which are too much of spices are not good for a yogi to practice a higher level of pranayam and higher levels of dharana, dhyana, and to reach the state of samadhi. So it is very important for us to keep our food as sattvic as possible, reduce the rajasic and tamasic ingredients which can cause over-excitation or over-dullness or lethargy inside the body. Keep it fresh, freshly cooked food. Unprocessed food, vegetables and fruits, taking them as it is or mild cooking is always good. Whereas heavily processed food, heavily processed and stored food, preserved food with so many artificial flavor enhancers and other things will cause a lot of damage inside this digestive system, and it will bring down the immune system, and we will become vulnerable to so many infections if we are regularly consuming processed food. So genetically modified food is something again which is definitely unhealthy, and a lot of research shows that people who eat this genetically modified food, they will have so many different mutations inside their body which might cause so many genetic diseases and so many other drastic changes inside the whole genetic makeup, and even normal cells can turn into cancerous cells if you are regularly consuming these genetically modified food items or genetically modified animals. So these flavor enhancers are some chemicals which will make stale food into a very, very tasty food. All the preserved foods will become tastier by adding these flavor enhancers, which are artificial chemicals. These chemicals, when we add them, they overstimulate our taste buds, and they make us crave more and more such food, and we tend to eat more and more food, leading to diabetes, obesity, heart problems, and other things. Apart from that, these chemicals themselves can change the DNA makeup inside the body. They can bring about harmful changes inside the whole body, and many of the countries, these artificial flavor enhancers have been banned for infants, but adults they are consuming. In our country, it is not even banned for infants. See, so many symptoms people experience daily on a day-to-day basis when they consume artificial foods with artificial flavor enhancers. But the sad part is, we think that feeling depressed, feeling a lot of fatigue or insomnia, feeling dizziness, numbness, and all these things, we think that because we are working a lot, it is common. No, it is not common. These are symptoms you are getting because you are eating food items which are having chemicals. It is very important for us to try to have as much as natural food, which is very close to the nature, which is more congenial to your own body. So here is a list of all the chemicals people add in the flavor enhancers, and even nowadays the sabji masalas and other things, they are adding these artificial flavor enhancers to stimulate your taste buds. So it's very important for us to have nutritious food, freshly cooked food, moderately cooked food, fiber rich food, including all kinds of grains, including millets, all kinds of pulses, all kinds of fruits, all kinds of dry fruits, dairy products, because if we eat all this freshly cooked, healthy food, we become healthy both physically and mentally also. We are what we eat, and we eat what we are. If we are eating unhealthy food, obviously our mental state will get disturbed, and when our mental state is in a disturbed state, when we are in a mentally disturbed state, we tend to choose unhealthy food. When we are happy, when we are strong, when we are in control, we will choose healthy food. When we are depressed, when we are irritated, when we are agitated, we tend to choose on impulse bad food. So it is very important to maintain the good mental state and also eat healthy food, because they are vice versa. We are what we eat and we eat what we are. So when you eat processed food, preserved food, food which is deeply fried, reheated, food which is very spicy, very oily, and less fiber. And if you're eating only one kind of cereal every day, people say that every morning I'm eating only oats or cornflakes. No, it's not right. You need to diversify your menu. Many things which are available nearby, include every day, Monday this, Tuesday this, Wednesday this, like that. You eat more different kinds of healthy foods which are naturally available everywhere. So foods which contain a lot of pesticides, chemical fertilizers, and artificial flavor enhancers, they all disrupt your metabolism and cause so many hormonal imbalances and bring your immunity down. So as far as the immunity is concerned, so it's very important for us to keep ourselves strong just by having healthy food. These immunity is like we have our WBC, and body produces some antibodies which are in protein in nature. These things help us fight with bacteria and virus. And skin is the best defense mechanism human beings are having. Skin stops all the viruses and bacteria from entering our own body. And people with burns, major burns, when the skin is lost, immediately their organs fail because infections, they enter the body and they attack the vital organs. So it is very important for us to keep our skin healthy and remove toxins through the skin in the form of perspiration regularly. These neutrophils, lymphocytes, T cells, B cells, natural killer cells, monocytes, macrophages, all these things are the part of immune system. And there is an intestinal epithelial area, the gut, the inside part of the gut, the wall of the gut inside, which is around 2000 square feet. That much of area is covered with a lot of bacteria, gut flora. In fact, the number of microorganisms present inside our own body, they outnumber our own body cells. Number of cells inside our body are less than the number of bacteria present inside our own body. And most of these bacteria, 95% of these bacteria, are helpful bacteria. They keep our body strong and immune. They help in digestion, they help in excretion, and they stay in the intestinal gut wall so that other bacteria which are harmful will not enter while they are guarding the intestinal epithelium, the layer. So keeping these bacteria safe is also very important. When you eat antibiotics, all this helpful gut flora also will get destroyed. So it's very important for us to keep these gut flora safe, because we have a nice harmony. Our body is giving nourishment to the bacteria, and this bacteria is in turn protecting us. So it's very important to have probiotics and prebiotics like curd and other things which are like food for this gut flora, which I will tell you. So there are so many fruits which will enhance our immunity. For example, citrus fruits. People whenever we think about immunity, we think about vitamin C. So whenever there is a cold, so we want to take vitamin C tablets and other things. Vitamin C is available in citrus fruits. Vitamin C, it increases the production of white blood cells. And oranges, lemons, sweet lime, citron, grapefruit, strawberries, all these things have a lot of vitamin C, and they help in increasing our immunity. And papaya is loaded with vitamin C. 224% of the daily recommended amount of vitamin C is present in one single papaya. So papain, a digestive enzyme with anti-inflammatory effects, helps in reducing the inflammation which happens whenever there is a fight between antibodies and the bacteria or viruses. So papaya also contains potassium, B vitamins, folate, and other things. So it's very good to have papaya regularly. Kiwis are also good. Kiwis contain folates, potassium, vitamin K, vitamin C, and I can't say enough about pomegranate, because lots and lots of research is there about this wonderful fruit called dadima in Sanskrit, anar in Hindi, and pomegranate. So this, a pomegranate acts like a beautiful, very strong antibiotic, antiviral, antibacterial. It prevents the bacteria or viruses from entering in the oral cavity itself. It prevents the infections in the oral cavity. And even if you take the juice of pomegranate and put it in a cup or vessel where there are bacteria and pour the juice in it, immediately the juice itself will kill the bacteria or virus. It's so strong. So it's very important for us to regularly consume pomegranate. And watermelon is also an immune boosting fruit. 2 cups of serving of watermelon has 270 milligrams of potassium, 30% of daily requirement of vitamin A, 25% of vitamin C. So calories are less, but nutrients are high. So vitamin B6 and glutathione, all these things are available in watermelon. It also is very helpful, and it also reduces dehydration. Apples, like we all know, apple a day keeps the doctor away, and it's true. So particularly during the COVID infections, then the lungs get affected. It is very important for us to keep our lungs safe. And apples have the right antioxidants which will keep our lungs healthy. They also have vitamin C, vitamin E, beta carotene, all are there. Phenolic acids, flavonoids. Again, the airway passages through which the air passes, they get obstructed and they get constricted. And apple intake helps in free passage of air to the lungs. So, and of course, there are so many other fruits which are also very good. I'm just giving you a few examples. There are vegetables like cabbage, cauliflower, broccoli, and a lot of research went into these green vegetables and green leafy vegetables. All these foods contain so many vital ingredients, vital nutrients, which will keep our body and immune system strong. Of course, mushrooms are also very good as far as immune system is concerned. Spices like ginger and garlic, turmeric, all the spices are really, really helpful in keeping, strengthening our metabolism. See, as I've told you, in bat's body, the metabolism is so high that the virus cannot replicate or mutate itself. Similarly, when you take these spices, the metabolism rate increases, and because of the increase in the metabolism, obviously the virus replication comes down. But it's very important for us to judicious use of spices is very important. Take the help of any Ayurveda doctor to decide the dose of these spices, because excess usage of spices can cause heartburn, acidity, ulceration in the intestines of stomach. So it's very important to balance. Spices are needed, but not in too much of quantity. So we are what we eat, and we eat what we are. So try to have sattvic food which is freshly cooked in time. In fact, in Bhagavad Gita, they say that within 1 to 1.5 hours, we should consume the food. Then only it will nourish your body properly. If you keep the food for a long duration and eat it after 5-6 hours, 10 hours after preparation, it will lose all the nutrients, and it will lose the prana shakti, jiva shakti, the energy which the food is ready to give to you. You're losing it by keeping it like that after cooking. So it's very important for us to consume freshly prepared food with less oil, less frying, and judicious uses of spices, and all kinds of nutrients, all pulses, all grains, all fruits, all vegetables, all dry fruits. All these things will help you keep your body and mind very, very strong. So we have so many other things about food which we will cover in the next week, because it's already 8:31. So presently available apples, when cut, takes much longer time in turning brown, indication of iron. Could you yeah. So it's very important for us to know the source of the apples also. I know that there are so many problems in cultivation, and there are so many pesticides and other things, and so many artificial genetical modifications happening. But still, our best source is to have fruits and vegetables which will help us stay healthy. Apples, we need to, there are reports that they are coating the apples with wax so that they will shine and they will give a nice appearance, and such things are there. So it's very important for us to choose the things properly and choose wisely. And local variety of apples which don't look good, which don't look beautiful, still have all the essential nutrients. So better choose them. They're in fact less expensive than the shiny apples. So yeah.
Ji Bhaiya, as you said, it's 8:32 now.
Yes.
There are any queries or any immediate question? We can take it. If anyone wants to talk to Sundarmal Bhaiya, you can just raise your hand. Those who are having mic can unmute or put their question, or raise your hand so that I can provide the mic. So should I consider that every doubt has been cleared? Your queries have been satisfied?
Yeah, from my side. And we'll thank you very much.
Okay, Vinod Bhaiya.
Yes, thank you very much. Namaste.
Namaste.